Good morning, children. If I ask you a question as to how many seasons are there in a year, you would reply that there are 3 seasons. According to the English calendar, we have 3 seasons. And that in that, we also have small seasons that come in between. Now, we have 6 seasons according to the Indian calendar, which are named as follows. Vasant, which is called spring; Grishma, it is called as summer; Varsha, called as monsoon; Sharad, called as autumn; Hemant, pre-winter; and Shishir is winter. These are the 6 seasons that are mentioned in the Indian calendar. Now, why am I talking to you about the seasons? The reason for this is that today we are going to learn a poem called Autumn. Now, autumn is a season which comes after the monsoon and a little before the winter. So, let's come to our poem Autumn, which is written by Kalidas and translated by Professor A.W. Ryder. The poem goes as follows. The autumn comes, a maiden fair, in slenderness and grace, with nodding rice stems in her hair and lilies in her face. In flowers of grasses she is clad, and as she moves along, birds greet her with their cooing glad, like a bracelet's tinkling song. Now, this is the first stanza of the poem, which describes how beautiful autumn looks. Now, here the poet has compared autumn to a beautiful maiden. Maiden in the sense a young girl, an unmarried young girl who is very slim, graceful, and fair. She has rice stems in her hair and lilies in her face. Now, this means to tell us that there are rice stems and lilies growing on the face of the earth, which is now facing the season of autumn. In flowers of grasses she is clad, means she is dressed all in green with flowers, different colorful flowers of the grasses. And as she moves, means as the days pass, there are also many other changes that are coming in autumn that you can see. There are many beautiful birds singing sweetly and happily in the trees, cooing in the sense the sound made by the birds, and glad is happiness. We also have another word, clad. In flowers of grasses she is clad. This means to tell us that she has worn, she is dressed. Clad is dressed. And the rhyming word for it is glad. Glad is happiness. He has also compared the sound of it to the bracelet's tinkling song. The bracelet is a jewelry which is worn in the hands, and sometimes it has some kind of charms hanging on it which may tinkle as the hands keep moving. So this is the first paragraph in which the autumn is described as a beautiful young girl. Now coming to the night during autumn. A diadem adorns the night of multitudinous stars. In the first stanza, we learnt about the day during the season of autumn. Now, in the second stanza, we come to the night during the season of autumn. A diadem adorns the night of multitudinous stars. Her silken robe is white moonlight, set free from cloudy bars, and on her face the radiant moon. Bewitching smiles are shown. She seems a slender maid who soon will be a woman grown. At night, there is a beautiful diadem, that is a crown. A diadem means a crown, adorning the night, adorning in the sense increasing the beauty of the night. And what is the crown made up of? It is made up of millions of stars, multitudinous in the sense which cannot be counted. Her robe, she is wearing a long white gown, which is silken robe in white. She is, it is said to be a white silken robe because there is full moonlight. The moon is bright and shining, and it has been set from all the cloudy bars. There are no clouds, and the moon is clear in the sky, and it is very, very radiant. Radiant in the sense very bright and beautifully shining in the sky. And you can see the bewitching smiles that are seen on the face of the moon. Bewitching smiles in the sense very beautiful smiles that are seen. And it seems to say that very soon autumn will pass, the maiden will grow up into a young woman very soon. So, this is how the poet has described the poem Autumn, or the season of autumn, very beautifully. And he has also compared all the things that he has seen in nature, and he has also personified the season of autumn by calling her a beautiful maiden. This is all of the poem that we have studied about. It deals mostly with nature, and I think everybody feels very happy and comfortable and relaxed in the in nature. So I hope you enjoyed the poem. Thank you and see you again.